Well, hey YouTube. So, I decided to change things up a little bit today. Rather than talking about my semester at school, since it's also about college life and blindness, my friends and I were having a rant about the things that occur when we're outside and like how people react to us. So we decided to let you guys in on that. This is Emily.
Hi.
And Melissa.
Hello.
Alright, so we were talking about how people just forcibly pray at us. They don't pray for us, they pray at us.
Yeah.
Randomly. Yeah. I told this story on my blog, and so one time I was at the store with my mom. This was a few months ago, and this guy's like, what's wrong with her eyes? And my mom's like, oh, she can't see very well, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, well, we can, all we have to do is pray. And I'm like, well, you say that God does everything for a reason, so why do you keep trying to change it? And he's like, what the hell did he say? He's like, oh, well, it doesn't, we can still pray, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, but why? Like, I'm okay with it. God's okay with it. He made me this way. And later on, my mom was like, oh, you made him feel bad. And I'm like, well, if I were more sensitive, then he could have made me feel bad too.
True.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I guess I can share my story, like my personal. So, like, kind of similar to what Lily experienced. I was once out on the street with my mom, and there was like a street vendor guy, and she was gonna buy a hat for him because he was selling like hats and scarves and stuff. And I could tell he was like a Muslim man, and so whatever. My mom was buying the hat and stuff, and then he comes over to me. Well, he first asked my mom like, what's wrong with me? So then she says like, oh, she's visually impaired, like she can't really see very well. So then he comes over to me where I'm standing and puts his hands on my head and starts saying like a prayer and saying that we need to pray to Allah. And like I was like, I understood that he was like gonna say a prayer for me. So I kind of was a little freaked out because I don't think anyone should be touching anyone on the street, like just a random person putting their hands on you. I just think is wrong no matter who you are. And I understand what he was trying to do, so I kind of pulled away and walked away when he was trying to say the prayer for me. And then a little while later, when my mom caught up with me, she was like, oh, that was kind of rude, like he was trying to be nice to you, he was trying to pray for you. And I was like, yeah, I understand that, but at the same time, he doesn't need to be praying for me because I didn't ask him to, and I don't think anyone should be touching anyone, especially.
Exactly. It's, you're forced to praise on them, like you're well-intentioned, but think about how it is from our perspective, like on the street when people just grab us and are like, okay, come on, let's cross you. So again, it's well-intentioned, and there's nothing wrong with it, but really think about how it comes off.
Right.
A few days ago, I was getting onto the train with my sister, like we parted ways or whatever, and I'm taking the 4 train to 14th, and then I cross again on the 6th. And it's only one stop. And everybody's like, oh, sit, there's a seat, blah, blah, blah. And someone's like tugging on my seat. They're like tugging on my sleeve.
Yeah.
So I'm like tensed my arm and I didn't move.
Yeah.
And then this guy who had like, told me which direction the door was in, because I was like, I couldn't figure it out. I was very confused. So he's like, oh, to the right or whatever. So he's like, if you guys are going to offer a seat, just like touch her arm and ask her.
Yeah,
and I was
thank
like,
you.
That's so, because... don't just grab the person.
Yeah, but and bring them to a seat that they don't even know is there.
Yeah, and then, being that, so the 3 of us, like, our vision is okay, like, we have different levels of vision. I think Emily sees better than I do, and then Melissa sees better than Emily.
We're all sitting in a row, actually. We're like sitting in order.
Exactly. But, so for the 3 of us, like, a lot of times we can see the seat. But, if it's someone who's just fully blind, and you just stand up, like, they don't see that you sit up, and then it doesn't help when you just go like
no,
this.
Can I share something?
Yeah,
okay, so when I was once in a train, and this lady, she got up and pointed to the seat. She pointed with her finger. She pointed like to me and pointed to the seat, and I was just like, I could see her pointing because I have vision, but like some vision. But I was like, if I was a totally blind person, how would I know that you're pointing at me and that you're doing something to
or
me?
like when the people are holding the door open for you, and you open the other wing, and
And they're like,
and they think you're rude for not
upset. Like, it makes no sense.
Oh, wait, I got one.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, excuse me, I any shine.
Go.
I mean, I didn't get preyed on, or maybe if I did, I just forgot because I'm like, I don't know. I like to like shy away from those religious types. I'm just kind of like, I don't really want to get into this. But I was coming home from school one day, and I don't remember if I wanted a seat or if I was kind of like, like whatever. I've been sitting all day, but whatever. I was just standing there, and there were like these 3 girls sitting in front of me. And they were just like, okay, we should like give her up our seat. No, you should do it. No, I don't want to get up. You do it. No, you do it. And I'm just like, for like a couple of stops, this has been going on. And I'm debating what I should say. And I should have said something, but I feel like, Lily, you're the more like, you have better things to say. I would have probably said something stupid like, hi, I'm right here. But like, I don't know. It just...
I mean, no,
or people assuming that you can't hear them.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
we're blind, not deaf. There's a difference.
And
it's
what's
crazy.
crazy is the stereotype is that we have such good hearing, but then you whisper as though we can't hear you.
Yeah,
it's very contradictory.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and if you're standing that close, especially in a train, I think like you're so close to the person.
In high school, just walking by and people just like whispering. I think one time, like my cane hit something. I think it might have been garbage or book bags, but I apologized because I didn't know it wasn't a person. I'm moving quickly, and they're like, "Oh, haha, she just apologized. Nothing's there." And I'm like, "Really? What's so funny?"
Like, would you rather I not apologize?
Yeah,
exactly.
And what if it was a real person?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or a kid. Like, you know how many
Oh
times
my
I
God.
hit children and like I don't say sorry because I don't realize it's a child that I hit because that's the level where I don't really see much anymore. So I'm just like, I hit a kid and I don't even know it.
You know what's even worse though? Like when you hit a puppy.
Oh,
Like that.
yeah. But they're owners. It's their fault. It's the owner's fault. I swear.
No, a lot of times the owners are just too busy standing there staring at us. Or like my eyes, it's obvious that I'm visually impaired because of my eyes. And sorry, no, just the things that people get. No, have you seen my animals?
Okay, but after, I'll look at it after. No, but I mean, obviously you're gonna be visually impaired with your eyeballs. Like, what else?
Yeah, I mean, just the way they look, like they're just like you would assume that I'm
Stay
blind
tuned
or
for the
something.
special feature of watching Lily's.
You guys want to see it? Come on. But no,
get up there, close up.
But no, so people, they'll like, they obviously know that I'm blind, or they'll assume that I'm blind. And so, damn, I totally lost my train of thought. Well, anyway, I have a lot of stories with that.
Okay, you got another story.
Okay, I've got a complaint though, because I feel like it's wrong. I don't like it how, like, I know people have good intentions, obviously, but when you hear it, like, so many times in one day, even, like, that just, like, it gets annoying. Because, like, when people are, oh, I love that you're walking outside. And,
Oh, yes, the praise for doing simple human things.
Like, the other blind YouTubers, like, I see people on their videos who are commenting,
Yeah.
you're so inspirational.
Yeah.
And so, on the one hand, like, I have friends who, don't really do much or whatever, and it's great, like, if I can be a person, like, if I can help you in any way, if, telling your family that, well, Lily sees less than I can, and she does all this traveling, like, if that helps you, then that's great. But, on the one hand, like, I get it if you're proud that we don't let our, like, disability, I guess, define us. But at the same time,
which is a good thing. Like,
I really hate the people who feel entitled. Like, I'm blind, so I mean, granted, like, yes, we all use our vision to our advantage when we have to.
Yeah, but there are very successful, totally blind people out there. So you can't,
Stevie Wonder.
Oh God.
Side note: I was in gym one time, and the song came on, and I was like singing to it. I was in my yoga class, and this girl was like, you sing? Oh my gosh, so do you like Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles? And I was like, I mean, yeah, they're okay. They're not really my music.
But just because they're blind, I know them, right? And I love them.
But then people also assume that we have to be good at music. Like,
there's this constant stereotype.
I was in the bank one time with my friend, and this woman, she came up to me, she's like, I think you'd be a very good musician. Do you play music? And I was like, I guess.
Well, I've been at,
and she's like, I can tell. Yes, you seem like you play beautiful music. And I'm just like, what? First, why are you touching me? And second,
most important.
What? I know some blind people who are so musically untalented. Like they're
hello, right here, number one untalented blind person.
She is a great pianist. Do not listen to her.
Untalented.
It's people who just I feel like the only thing that separates us is our level of vision. So sometimes, we do have to do things to supplement, I guess, for it. Like, we can't just go for a morning jog. Like, we need someone to jog with us. but it doesn't, it's not like we're worlds apart. And granted, like, I'm awkward around other people with other disabilities. But I feel like less so because I don't like when people, make assumptions about me. So I try not to make assumptions about them. But I feel like, it's a part of human nature.
Right.
But I feel like you should really think about how you come off. Like, I have friends who get really, really angry and they start snapping at people or whatever. Some of the, the blind people that with the bad stereotypes. And, I'm generally calm with people. But for the most part, it's just, just think about how you approach me. Yeah. Like, I was walking past one day, I was going to the bus, and this lady, she was like, oh, do you need help? And I was like, no, I'm okay. And as I'm walking away, she's like, oh, she's so beautiful or whatever.
I get that all the time. I get
she
the whole
has
thing. You're so pretty. Yes. You're so beautiful. Like, why?
I'm walking, she's like, oh, she has such thick lashes and her skin is so nice. And I'm like, okay, so on the one hand, it's nice, but if it was somebody else, you would have been like, oh, you're pretty. Like, why does it have to be she? Somebody's like, oh, she's so pretty for, like, her disability. Mm-hmm. Like, why do I have to be pretty for my disability?
Yeah, thank you. For the blindness.
I'm nice looking, guys. I'm nice looking whether I'm blind or not.
Here it goes. But no, also, like, I think I saw this thing, like, I don't know, on Facebook or something, it's like, just say hi, because I feel like, and they said, like, and it's right, because, like, people are just kind of, like, freaked out. They don't want to offend, so then they don't say anything. But I'd rather if you just ask me, like...
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about with most people. When they start asking me something, and then they're like, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm like, no. It's better that you ask rather than making the assumptions.
Yeah. And you become more educated, too, because then when you encounter another blind person, you're going to be like, hey, I have this knowledge from this other blind person I
more
encountered.
Relaxed. Like, like, it's not like this strange alien foreign thing.
Exactly.
And just like,
we're not going to hurt. We're people. We're like people.
I mean, we might hurt you if you walk into you, but it won't be intentional.
Accidentally.
Yeah. If I try to hit you, I'm probably going to miss.
I thought you were a couple steps closer. No. Or people who, it's like you're blind or you're not blind. Like one time I went to the cafeteria with one of my friends, and she asked the lunch lady, like, what was for lunch or breakfast or whatever part of the day we were in. And the lady's like, oh, can't you see it? She's like, no, I'm blind. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, just because he doesn't look blind, like, if someone asks you for directions, like, why do you have to get angry and like, oh, why can't you see it? No, they might not be able to just because they're not wearing glasses. Or, everybody has different.
Or even holding a cane. I mean, like, sometimes if you get up and you're not holding a cane and you ask someone something, and they just are like, over there, and you're like, excuse me, I don't know what over there means. Like, I don't know what that means.
That's why my blog is called Overwear. Yes, I'll send you the link to the blog as well.
Okay.
But also, or the people who, you have a cane, so then if you see something, like, oh, she's not blind, and they start, like, cursing about it, so, like, I didn't say that it was fully blind. Like, I cross the street at nighttime, I can see the traffic lights, I cross the street on a green line. They're like, how'd she know that it was green?
Oh my god, I hate that one. Or you know what else I hate? Like, I really hate, because some people tell me that you can't really tell by looking at me that I have a visual impairment. Well, I don't know if that, like, I think that's up to opinion. Okay, so
you can definitely tell, like I said, with my eyeballs, which you'll look at later.
Yeah, okay, I'll look at it later. Okay, but see, I get a lot.
They're awesome, okay?
And they're beautiful. And they're pretty.
I am beautiful, pretty, and awesome.
Alright, so my skin color.
Yes,
no,
right, we have less than a minute left.
Okay, well, it pisses me off that people assume because my eyes are open and I don't look. They think I'm pretending, or like that I'm not really as visual.
You need sunglasses and you need to have your eyes closed.
Yes,
all the
why?
stereotypes and all of that. You need to walk into that wall. You can't walk around it.
No.
Even if you're fully blind and you have like good spatial awareness, they don't.
You gotta walk.
No, you have to walk into the. Why didn't you trip on those stairs? Damn you, blind person!
No, you have to take the elevator.
Exactly. Yeah. Because we're blind, our legs don't work. Like, we have to sit. Come, sit in this chair. Yeah. Please stop grabbing. Listen, like, why are you just... Yeah. Why are you touching me?
Don't touch my cane either, because I've had people touch my cane.
Oh,
like,
when they're
pick up my cane. Why would you pick up my cane?
And they're like, oh, like, no, like this. Okay, can you stop the video, because we're about to run out of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, guys, for watching this.
Hope you got some tips from us people here, and tune in for Lily's eyeballs later.
I want to watch that later.